the very first speed review of 2025, and to be honest, with my personal new mindset for 2025 of not consuming so much makeup, I don't think that we will get a lot of speed reviews, and if so, in these few that you will get, I will not have too many products. For today, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 products and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of these were sent to me in PR, which is a great accomplishment. Not gonna lie here. I don't want to downplay that. And I also want to say that all of these products I tried in 2024. So technically it's nothing new from 2025. Well, okay, a batch of powders, yes. These were sent to me between Christmas and New Year's Eve, and I fully tried them here throughout January now. But my plan is to do 4 speed reviews in total this year, so this is the first one, so there will be 3 more in my plan, and I don't want to have more than 10 items in these. So goals, big goals. We're starting with a foundation speed review. You saw this hopefully in December during my Alamis. I had my very first paid campaign together with Florasis. They sent me a bunch of stuff, and they sent me before that PR, after that PR. They are generous. And one of the products that they sent me in November or December, I think, is the embroidery collection. So it's a whole collection surrounding this embroidery style stuff, and also their cushion foundation. First of all, they come with the cushion plus a refill. So that's great. You basically get 13 grams per cushion, so 26 grams per package, so nearly a full size like liquid foundation. The cushion foundations, very simple. They are a foundation soaked cushion. There is also a puff included in these that you can use to apply this with. Personally, I don't like this on my skin. I have way too much texture for this, so what I do is I do it like I use my liquid foundation. I put my finger in there, dab it on the face, blend it out with a brush, and then smooth it out with a sponge. Not the biggest fan of cushion foundations. And this is, I have to admit that, the second cushion that I tried. The other one that I have tried so far is the one by Tear, the red mask one. This same concept but less product. It comes with 18 gram and you have only one, so there is no refill to it. I love the Tear foundation. It's a good one. It's a very good one. But this is better. This is full coverage, but you can sheer it out to a medium. But this is a full coverage without mask looking. Could be because of my application method. So if you apply this with the puff that's included, maybe it looks a bit different. But I love this. I love the finish. I love the wear time of this. The way it looks after 16 hours is absolutely insane. It does not look freshly applied. That would be a complete lie. But it just looks, I can wear, for example, my, let me grab the Tear one. If we compare cushion with cushion now, I would say that the Tear one, after a 16-hour wear time, and yes, for my days, honestly, for my work days, a 16-hour wear time is not even that far away. Usually I apply my makeup at around 5 a.m. and I take it off at 9 p.m. So it's kind of there. This one, after this long wear time, it looks worn off in some parts, especially on the chin, but that's mainly because I touch my face a lot and I'm dumb. But it also looks here on the forehead like it's vanished completely. This stuff here does not look like that. The Florasis Cushion Foundation, after a 16-hour wear time, it has worn off in some places because I touched them, but especially on these critical areas like around the nose here, here on the forehead, on the sides, on the, what are they called? The temples, on the temples, it looks like it has worn into the skin. And you can definitely, when you remove your makeup, you can criticize the wear time of a foundation very well. How much is coming off after a day? And with this one, my water is looking like a watery foundation. With this one, as an example, it's not a lot. Compared to liquid foundation, I want to say that there are other liquid foundations that of course wear longer and better than this cushion. But I have to be honest with you, this completely blew my mind, the way this just looks on the skin. I wear the shade N20. N20 is the tiniest bit too yellow, I want to say. So let me give you a swatch here. It is very, very warm. It's a neutral shade if we think that N is neutral. But in the cushion foundation, they do only have N20, N25, and N30. So they have only these 3 shades. And on my face, it is a tiny, tiny, tiny bit too warm. I can still make it work. Once blended out, once blended in, it's very, very nice. Very fitting. Again, a little bit too warm, but let's be honest, after bronzer, blush and stuff, it's not even visible at all. Then we have from that embroidery collection too, and I think this is also now a full new collection, the Jade Powders. From these Jade Powders, I have 3. I have the shade 02, which is I think Voile, which is just a plain white or translucent powder. Then I have the shade 04 Lavender. This is a super light purple. And I have the shade 06 Peach, which is in my opinion not peach at all. This is pink. I use all 3 of these powders exclusively on my under eye area, and I wish I had something to criticize. If you are a fan of the Pat McGrath Blur Under Eye Setting Powder, let me grab mine. I have the baby pink one, so this guy here, and I have the original one, the light one that is we have a little side pan shown here. But you know, these powders, if you are a fan of these, because they are very fine, they are baked, they are so velvety on your under eyes, then you will like these even more, because these are finer. They're better. There it is, I said it. They're better. Is there anything that C Beauty is not better in? Honestly, these are freaking amazing. Your under eyes are left with a glow. Yes, they are glowy. Definitely glowy under eye setting powders. They remind me finish-wise a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush brightening powders. They were also kind of matte glowing. These do that too, but they leave your under eyes so velvety smooth. You can touch them and you think that you have the softest skin ever to exist. I'm fully in love with this. I have nothing to criticize, and I can't stop using these. And I'm pretty sure that during the summertime especially, these will get a special place because they set down the concealer, but they're not heavy. I think the Pat McGrath one can tend to be a bit powdery heavy. These just look like they've molten into your skin. From that collection, there is also the Jurong airbrush tinted pressed powder, and they come in two shades. We have Z20 cream and Z25 lotus. These are exactly what I just told you. These are pressed powders. Very, very simple pressed powders. This one here, cream, is a little bit too yellow for me. The lotus one is better matching, but I like to use this powder when my foundation is a bit too pink. So there is a use for that. And I come here with my comparisons because I feel like there is, for every product from the Western beauty community, like the Western beauty market, there is an Asian beauty product that's better. And you know, one of my favorite pressed powders is the Sisley Phyto Powder Compact. It is that powder. It's that girl. I love this. I went through two of these at this point, and the shade that I wear is shade 1 in Rosy. This is my favorite pressed powder, but this is $80. These powders are the exact same formulation, if not better. I think these are less powdery looking than this, depending on how you like to apply them. Pressed powders, I do like to apply with a fluffy brush, but with a flat brush like this. And when you apply it like that, a pressed powder can tend to look cakey. I always manage to just counteract it with a setting spray, but just from initial application, this is already fine, but this is finer. And to finish off the powder topic, I have, I'm so sorry. I swear to God, I swear to the makeup gods, you know, I would write it down. I'm not sponsored in this video, but Florasis, they spoiled me. Oh, I feel like a freaking spoiled princess. But they sent me these powders between Christmas and New Year's Eve. And when I got these, I was like, what the fuck is this? Because I cannot find these on the website. These are the Gorgeous Peach Blossom powders. And is this a new collection? I don't know. Is this part of an old collection but new shades? I don't know. These powders, holy shoot. They are the finest thing that you will find. They are so, so fine. You can't see them on a puff that you use, but you feel the powder. You know, I think one of the finest powders that I have formulation-wise is, no, not this one. That was the wrong. Is this here. This is the MAC Studio Fix Pro Set and Blur. This is such a finely milled powder that just from looking at it, I can see how it dusts everywhere. The Florasis ones are finer, but they come with this net. So first of all, can we talk about the packaging? Because when I got them, I was like, they don't freaking open. No, 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 no. You twist them. So you twist the cap and then you can open it. There is a puff included. I don't use the puff. I have my own. And then you have this net on top. But this is like, this is a super, super dense, non-see-through net. And I don't know if you can see the little cast here on my finger, but the powder is so fine and thin, but it sets down your face amazing. Florasis kindly sent me 5 shades. We have the shade 1, which is, I think, peach or something. Then 7, this is a green powder. And I never thought that I could say this, but I love the green powder. Then we have the shade 6. This is a clear pink powder. Then the shade 3. This is translucent. And the shade 5. This is lavender. I use the translucent one and the more peachy one for my face. And the colored powders I actually use on my under eyes. And once again, I have nothing to criticize. There is barely a powder formulation out there that I can use on the face and on the under eyes. Usually, I have to make a decision with the powder. Will I use it for the under eyes or will I use it for the face, depending on the powder product? Because my under eye area is just very different to the rest of my face. And these powders, they work for my whole face. These loose powders from Florasis, let me just pick up one again. These also, you know, my most favorite powder for the face was the Milk Blur and Set. That is not available anymore, sadly, but that was the best setting powder, loose setting powder for the face that I owned. These here are better. We have only the beginning of January, but I'm pretty sure there is no chance that there can be a powder that I like more this year. If so, honestly, there must be like diamonds in there that I like it more. I'm so happy that I got the opportunity to try this. Florasis is just a brand that is not only giving you this wonderful experience and this beautiful packaging. No. They match their packaging to the quality. Let's move on to some eye products. I have here the Gods Loose Pigments. These are from the Molten Metals collection that came out for the holidays last year. The Molten Metals palette, I already talked to you about this in certain tutorials. I used it for a Christmas look. I used it for New Year's Eve look. I'm a fan of the palette. What I'm not so much a fan of is actually these pigments. The problem is they look fucking beautiful when you look at them. They are impossible to apply. This has nothing to do with it being a pigment. They are impossible to apply because they just do not show up. I tried to mix these with a thing like the Inglot Duraline. I tried to mix it with the Lethal Cosmetics Activator that's actually not meant for this. I tried to mix this with my glitter revival potion that I have from Slayfire to bring my dried up glitters back to life. I tried it with sticky eyeshadow glue and I tried it pure with nothing. I tried it with Fix Plus. These do not show up. And when you apply them dry on the lid, they will not stick to it. They will fall down. So I am still not ready to completely give up on these because they are very, very pretty. But I need your help. Honestly, if you have these from Gods, let me please know how to use them because I am beyond disappointed because I want to love them because they were so beautiful. So let me please know. But if you want to check these out and maybe you have the trick and you buy them and you then tell me how to use them, thank you. Or you want to check out anything else from Gods, as the Molten Metals palette, I am affiliated with them. My code is ELLAKINKLEY and it saves you 10%. I think 10. Another two eye products from the glittery spectrum. These are the Half Magic Beauty glitter pucks. Let me tell you the negative things first. The formulation of these is so weird and so in between that these will dry out and they will fall out of this glass container. From my research and when I ranted a bit about this on Instagram, I got a ton of messages telling me that you have the same experience. I then got the tip to apply a little bit of this activator from Lethal Cosmetics on the bottom and then just press the puck on top, and so far it works, but I also haven't tested. I mean, honestly, it's not that bad that these fall out because you are meant to keep a little cushion on top. They have two shades. Let's start with the first one. This is the shade Dopamine Sparkle. This was the first one that they had, and this went well, according to the brand, super viral. Can I describe to you with words how this looks? Yes, I can. Imagine you get your eyelids licked with glitter spit. I know, this sounds insanely disgusting, but this is exactly what this looks like. This is the definition of wet looking makeup. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this feels also wet. This is like a wet to dry formula. This is beautiful. I had in December a couple of days where I didn't hear the alarm. I overslept, and this was the lifesaver, because on these days I don't have time to sit down and do a complex makeup. No. What I did was I took the dopamine puck and I just applied this to my eyelid and did some mascara, and I was ready for the day. Even through the camera you were able to see the sparkle. And for the Christmas season they actually came out with a second shade, and this is the shade Cyber Diamond. To be honest, I, for the sake of my life, cannot decide which one I like more, but let me tell you, they are both incredible. They are so wet, so sparkly. I love them. I really do. They have a certain creativity to it. They have a certain, you feel Donny Davy in this. So if you didn't know, Half Magic Beauty is the brand of the makeup artist Donny Davy, who made these beautiful creative looks for Euphoria. Part of it, like not part of it, but that's part of her work. She so far has done, of course, more creative looks, but I think this is what she's known the best for, and I love these. They look especially beautiful, and I do think that these apply the best not with the finger. I know a lot of people like to do this with the finger, but let me grab a brush to just describe what this applies best. This here. These kind of fluffy but dense round paw brushes, I would even call them. Not like the paw brushes or paw looking like brushes for concealer. They have a bit of a different shape. But these here, this is a BH Cosmetics, a random one. I think this is the best to apply this formulation on the lid. I love it. Honestly, take your bronzer, put it in the crease, put one of these on, leave the house. Don't forget the mascara. It's not cancelled. I now have 2 lip products that I want to speed review for you. One I bought myself, one I will send in PR. Let's start with the PR one. This is from Girlcult. I was very kindly sent this in PR by Look Healthy store, and this is from their latest collection, the Miao Witch People collection. In the lip products, these are the matte lip glazes, but they're matte lips. They came out with 2 shades, G78 and the other one I think is G79. Let me go on the website because they do have specific names, but my stickers don't stick to the packaging, so I wrote them in my Excel spreadsheet, but when I refer to them on the video I always have to look, but that's not a problem. Okay, the one color is G79, black and blue. It was a black with blue glitter, but I decided to go with a G78, and that is called Ringing Bell. This is a neutral leather brown, low saturation gray, purple with cold pink silver polarized glitter. So basically, it is it's a nude with glitter. I will not lie to you. The glitter is very, very hard to see. Honestly, I don't care for that because I love the formulation of these matte lip glazes from Girlcult. They are not liquid lipsticks that will dry you out. They are lip mousses. They are very, very comfortable on the lips. They're very light and soft on the lips. They do transfer, they do wear off, but they look beautiful. And this is such a beautiful lip color. I just told you that the glitter in the Girlcult lipstick isn't visible. Here it is. When I removed it, everything just came to life. Oh my god. The other lip product that I tried, and okay, I bought it because I was genuinely curious. And I bought it because I was able to get it for 20% off on Niche Beauty. So it was a more reasonable price. I'm talking about the tampon-shaped Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. Let me just be 100% honest with you. The way that the Lisa Eldridge makeup brand is currently going, I don't like. I don't have a good feeling about this because it was always a higher priced brand. It was always high end, but you got something for your money. The foundation, I am fine with the price. The eyeshadow palettes, I am completely fine with the price. The other lipsticks and the lip liners, I'm fine with the price because the quality is just there. And then she came out with these and I got so many hate comments because I said that these lipsticks are fucking overpriced for 60 bucks. And I still stand by that. Again, I got it with 20% discount, which is an okay price. And what I chose there was the shade, I don't know. See, that's the downside of refillable lipsticks. I have no fucking clue what shade I have. But I wanted Rose Ashes, but I remember that Rose Ashes was not available. Let me check in my Excel spreadsheet what I got here. I have the shade Romy. So let me swatch it. It's like the shiny version of the Girlcult one, and I'm honest with you, it's a nice lipstick. It truly is. The formulation reminds me a lot of the MAC satin lipsticks that are half the price. Just saying. Feels good if it's comfortable. And I don't know what else I can say. You see that I'm not wowed. I don't get the hype around these. And don't come at me with it's packaging. It's not. And her pinpoint concealer, it's also not innovative. It takes 2 seconds of Googling to see how many brands have even retractable concealer pencils for a fraction of the price. So, is this a good lipstick? Yes. Is this a very basic lipstick? Yes. Is this a bad thing that this is a basic lipstick? No. Is this overpriced? Yes. And last but not least in this speed review, I have two more Florasis palettes that I want to show you. Not eye palettes, these are the face palettes. These are the Eastern Beasts Sculpting Makeup Palettes. I always, by the way, want to say Eastern Beats. You have no clue how many takes it takes to say that name correctly. They come in 2 versions. This is version 1, quite light. This is version 2, quite dark. For both of these palettes, I do have a demo video. I'm not sure if it's up already, but keep an eye out. I made it into like a short form content where I show you all 4 of the shades applied on my face. The formulation of these is like the Charlotte Tilbury face palettes because these are baked formulations. While with the Charlotte Tilbury ones, you sometimes can have a bit of a problem picking up color because they are just like too baked. I don't know how other I can describe this, how different I can say this. These are punchy. Be careful. They are quite pigmented, and while these are baked shades, they just punch you in the face. I love these, and I personally prefer version 2 over version 1. The contour / bronzer looks a tad bit too dark, but trust me, it looks beautiful on the face. It's easy to blend out. It looks absolutely awesome. The pink blush here matches so good with the pink highlight, and this 4th powder here, this is a highlighting powder. This is not a highlighter, this is a highlighting powder. It's basically a matte highlight, if you say so. I like to use this honestly as a base for the highlighter or to just tone down the bronzer or the blush. Personally wish that they would come out with a 3rd version of this with the really, really cool toned contour, a purple Yeah, a really cool toned purple blush, a bluish highlight, and a matching highlighting powder. Florasis, just hit me up. We can do a whole collection together. I would love to. And that is it so far for the first speed reviews. As said, most of this stuff I actually tried already in 2024, so this was just the missing part of it. But it was the first speed reviews of 2025 and only 3 more to come this year. What is a product that you tried lately? Please leave the review for us down below. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure to subscribe to don't miss out any of the other videos, and I see you soon.